Hey everybody, it's me, Crazy Frankie, and I'd like to welcome you to my Week 6 4 key game picks. Before I continue on with the video here, and I'm getting a lot of comments about the past 5 videos that I've done, and I do agree with all you guys. Yeah, I have been using the word obviously so much that I'm going to do my best to try to keep saying that word over and over again. Uh, Repeating words is a habit of mine because I work at my job. I have to repeat words and sentences over and over again. Anyways, from what happened in week 5, it was quite an interesting week in week 5. Obviously, it was an emotional win for the Raiders last week after their owner passed away last weekend, and it was quite a game. I mean, the Texans looked like they were going to win in the end, but it was an interception in the end zone. Raiders ended up winning, and you could see the entire Raider organization just basically breaking into tears. It was quite an emotional game. It was probably maybe, even on, people know me that I don't like the Raiders, but for this portion of the time being right now, I will not say anything or even trash talk or anything for the time being for the Raiders after what they're going through right now. And how about Tim Tebow coming in last week? He almost beat my Chargers, but luckily the Charger defense stepped up in the end, and thank God they're in a bye week, so hopefully they can get their issues resolved because I don't like the way they're playing right now. And the Eagles, I don't even want to talk about the Eagles, okay? This dream team crap, I don't know what has happened to them. Obviously, 4 interceptions from Michael Vick last week, and of course, a defensive line that doesn't know how to do a high count or anything, keeping track. That offside penalty killed them. Anyways, enough about week 5. Let's get into my week 6 4 key game picks, shall we? The first game is the 49ers and the Lions. The Lions coming off a big win last week over the Chicago Bears in a great Monday night game. Their record is 5 wins and 0 losses. 49ers are 4 wins and 1 loss. This is a big game right here for both of these teams. Obviously, jockeying for position and rankings in the NFC conference. This Lion team is still young, but the way the 49ers have been playing, they dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jim Harbaugh has done a great job as the coach of the 49ers right now. They're buying into the system. And obviously, sorry about that. I'm going to try to avoid not saying that word. The 49ers are indeed favorites in this game. And the Lions I think this is where they get their first loss here. Even though I said last week that they would get their first loss against the Bears, and that didn't happen. But I think this time they'll get their first loss. I think the 49ers have a better running game. Alex Smith's finally coming alive, and he'll definitely have a big day in the air passing. And obviously, I don't know how much more comebacks can the Lions do, especially when they got the hard teams coming up, especially more into their division later on in the season. But in other words, like the Lions and the Vikings, and they have to play the Bears one more time. So I'm going to go with the 49ers here. I think the 49ers have much more. They are going to win this game. The Lions will pick up their first loss. The 49ers will get their 5th win. And definitely, I like the Niners in this game. Second key game, the New York Giants against the Buffalo Bills. Now, both of these teams, I mean, they are a roller coaster. You don't know what to expect. I mean, they'll have games where they're up, and they'll have games when they're down. And the Giants last week, they came off a terrible loss against the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, they're hungry for a win. The Giants need this game more than the Bills do. I could also say the same thing for the Bills, but I think the Giants, I think, have a little bit more offensively. Eli Manning has found his new target, Victor Cruz. I think the Giants will have a much better game. I like the Giants in this one. The Bills, I mean, I don't know how much more you can say with them. I mean, you never know with this team, even though they're on a good run right now, going 4-2. But I like the Giants in this one. The Giants, I think, will bounce back from the loss last week. I expect Eli Manning to have a good day. Victor Cruz will definitely get some more catches. Now, the running game, they're going to have to somehow get it going. Same thing for the Bills, too. Freddie Jackson did very well last week. but I like the Giants this one. They have a little bit more. They have a little bit more on offense. Third key game is the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys need this win badly. They need this win more than the Patriots do. But the way the Cowboys have been playing, and especially the way Tony Romo has done the last 4 games, I just don't see this Cowboy team going anywhere. They have problems offensively. Offensively, they have problems. Romo's not communicating well with his wide receivers. Defensively, they're out of sync. The Patriots have way too much, and pretty much I could expect another big day from Tom Brady. Well, I expect another good performance by Wes Welker. The Patriots have way too much in this game, so definitely you got to go with the Patriots over the Cowboys, even though the Cowboys really, I think they'll make it a close game here. This will definitely be a close game. The Patriots, I think, maybe will edge them out, maybe by a field goal or maybe by 10 points. So Patriots over the Cowboys. And here's my upset pick. I'm gambling here on this one here. I'm gambling on this one here. This is between the Colts and the Bengals. Now, a lot of you are going to ask me right now, why are you going to pick the Colts? A lot of you have asked me, you picked the Colts last week and they lost to the Chiefs. This Cincinnati Bengal team is still young. Andy Dalton is still a young quarterback. And if you're on the Colts right now, this is probably their best chance to get their first win here. You still have the veteran players, even though at quarterback, Chris Painter, I mean, he's played exceptionally well, but when it comes down to crunch time, he seems to choke. But I think with this Bengal team, I mean, I'm not ready to buy into the Cincinnati Bengals just yet, but I think this is where the Colts will definitely get their first win of the season. The Bengals are favorites slightly in this one, but I'm gonna go with an upset here. I think the Colts will beat the Bengals. The Colts will get the first win of the season, and pretty much the way the Colts are playing right now, they're probably going to play for a number one draft pick. So for this game, I'm going to say the Colts win this one. The Bengals, I mean, they're still a young team. The Colts still have veteran players, even though they are hurt too defensively. But offensively, you still have Reggie Wayne and Collie and Guns. So I got to go with the Colts in this one. Sorry for my throat there. Don't worry about it. I got to go with the Colts here. I think they'll get the first win. So there you have it. Folks. Those are my 4 key game picks for Week 6. And I will see you again next week. Take care.